Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to Enigmatic 10 Live with Light. I'm not as contrabass as I expected on Tuesday. But if you hear anything clacking, that's cough drop to make sure I don't cough all over everyone. Let's hop in the Discord. My Minecraft thing, I swear it doesn't want to come back. Like I out of it.
Oh no.
And then when I try to click on it, the screen goes black. Try and screen with it. And then it's like, nope, back to Discord. So we shut her down and we try it again. So how are y'all doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I've still got the remnants of the illness from Tuesday, but it's not too bad.
I'm glad it's deal withable.
Mm-hmm. Got myself a cough drop, so hopefully I won't be just hacking away the entire stream.
My problem with cough drops is I can't not just like chew on it.
Mm.
Like I know you're supposed to, and I know like you're supposed to
point,
like suck on it and let it like calm your throat, but no, it's hard candy in my mouth. Once it reaches a certain size, I will crunch it to death and then have to go get another one. I can't not do it.
Yep.
So it goes.
Agreed. That's basically convinced that it's just how you're intended to eat those things.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hola.
Hello.
Is it the 5th? Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, cool. All right, nice.
I was filling out paperwork all day. I completely forget as soon as I get home.
We're approaching the point. So I've made it no secret that I am in the world of planning, and I do finance in the entertainment industry, not that entertainment. And so we're fast approaching the time where I will not know what year it is. We start the budget cycle in July, and it really kicks off in the beginning of September. So I'm going to start living in 2026 that early.
Yeah, our
Tell us how
fiscal
it
year
is.
does the whole government October switchover thing, which is, also bad. It's nice that all these calendars and none of them match up, and so no one actually knows what's going on at any given time.
Oh, Chad, I'm actually already in the game. I'm not going to let this play out. let's just play. I did something right. All right, so we're going to continue to build. I've been thinking, Chad.
A dangerous pastime.
Should this all be dirt rather than rock? And just like it gets to be rock up here?
When
like
there's a zombie attacking a friend, I have to go save them.
I don't know. Also, this is so dark, and yet nothing can spawn there. What is this game?
Wait, why do I have a Discord overlay? And it just
Oh, is it nighttime?
Comes and goes.
Who's pushing me? Oh, there's a wandering traitor in here. Oh my god. All right, I need more villagers, chat. So should I go steal some, or just do the ritual to summon some?
I mean, do you have some just laying around somewhere?
I mean, I could go find some. I was kind of hoping that they would start procreating, but they appear not to have enough food. So I want to bring in somebody as a farmer.
Do they have enough beds?
They did. I'll double check. So there's one in there. I don't think anyone lives here. Yeah, there's one there. Nothing upstairs, right? Yeah, this is just a single. Pretty sure they're all single flats. So there's one there, there's one in there, there's one in there. Did I put one in here yet? Yes. Who are you? The industrialist has decided to move into here. Okay, fair enough. So there's 4 beds there. I thought you already joined the game.
I did, then my game crashed.
Any one of those days, huh?
5,
Seems that way.
6. I have 7 beds. I don't think I have 7 villagers. Maybe I do. I've got a cleric. These guys tend to stay in their houses forever. So I've got a cleric. I've got a leather worker, a flux researcher, an industrialist. That's 4. Wandering traders shouldn't take a slot, right?
No.
I have 2 leather workers. Oh no, the industrialist just looks a lot like him. So that's 3. Cleric over there is 4. Is there a gentleman up here? Oh. Well, they could be in my house as well. Ugh. I think I only have 4 villagers, and then I have 2 wandering traders. So I have 7 beds. But again,
Yeah.
maybe they got stuck in here. I guess theoretically they have access to this one too, so it should look like I have 8 beds. Not in with the frogs. They're not in my spell room. Probably just don't have enough food. I'm not sure what the number is. Like, is there a number that says here's the food you need?
I don't know offhand.
So someone's got a little hitch.
A little bit.
Too much partying at your conference.
Something like that.
I cannot believe I swear this office felt fine, and I start streaming, and now it feels hot as hell. Is this light that warm? No. Everything else is fluorescent. What? It's not generating heat. Well, I mean it is, because they always do, but it's not that much heat. Yeah, I should have room for 3 more folk. I guess I can wait until tonight at the gathering time and see who gathers. Somebody's hiding over here, right? Like, I don't think they can escape.
So I found a sultry sapling out in the end. I just planted it and grew it. It turns into a white tree with like an animated GIF of ghosts on the all the leaves. It's pretty
Nice.
awesome.
Ghost tree.
See if it drops more. It does. It's a ghost. It's a tree. It's a
Hey,
ghost
Johnny,
tree.
thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the pond.
No question is.
I'm out of emeralds. Time to go back get some more.
You know what? Even if the traders took a spot, that only takes me to 6, and I definitely have 7 beds.
Okay.
How does that sound?
More food it is then.
Yeah. But to be fair, if I already have 4 or 6, I need more folk. Or not. I mean, yes, but I need more room. This isn't enough. I don't think we make any more row houses like that. Maybe at a 2nd level. I don't know. It gets kind of cavey back there. I'm going to be careful about that.
So how's it going,
There's
Big
plenty of
Johnny?
space.
It's not often we get real humans around here.
No.
I'll admit, I was a little worried at first, but it seems good.
Usually they're fake humans. You can tell them by their skin. Yeah, old 500 models. See from miles away.
Yeah. Wasn't until they got to the 13th colony.
Okay, so that's good.
And they had a plan.
So-
Probably grab a little more gold. Oh, we need to grab a bunch of bauxite too.
Village or library? Village or library? Village or library? I think village. I think we added some more houses over here. Let's get some more space. I still can't handle just how dark this is, and it's like not a problem. All right. Do like a nice 7 by. Wait, what? Ugh. Maybe not 7.
Man, cough drop is not doing the work.
Give it stern talking
3,
to.
4, 5, 6, 7. And temporarily light. We're just working on building an underground village today, I think. At some point, we'll switch to some sort of quest because I can't resist. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I probably should honestly start in on one of the tech mods. More than I already have.
Mhm.
Although I probably honestly should just expand the theurgy setup. I wonder if I could make it. No, that'd probably be too tough. I'm gonna say automate it, but man.
You just need 4
I
of
think
them.
without. You think 4 is enough?
I mean, there's 4 types of salt.
Oh, I guess that's true. I'm just
And then
not sure I could
mercury's
do
the
it until I
same.
get to. Until I get to mechanism. I'm not sure I could route it well.
Hmm.
Maybe. Sounds like Boon is also sick. What the heck is going on with you people?
No, I'm just
Oh, okay.
constantly having to clear my throat and I'm phlegmy and whatnot.
Oh, so smoker, it goes way back.
Not for years.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. I think we do this. Um,
Okay.
what am I doing for the floors? Birch, right? I can do whatever I want, but I think birch is what we're working with here. So let's do some walls.
Nickel and copper. Do I have nickel? Not on me. So we need to go back.
Okay.
Really swing over and see how Boone's doing as well. It's been a while. I'd swing over and see how Light's doing, but I'm intimidated every time I go over there. And George keeps passing comments about needing me for some ritual or other, so that doesn't seem like a good idea.
Hey, it'll be fine. Come on over.
Okay.
Server. There.
Works fine for me.
No, it was just a
To be
little
fair, I am
slow
sitting
in
next to
loading
it.
a couple of things. There.
No, not that.
Huh.
So you're having a wonderful day, I can tell. Not tired at all.
No, definitely not. Definitely slept great last night, and then didn't have to do a full day of work as well. So,
I'm just happy I recovered from earlier. So on Sunday night, I started. Well, I shouldn't say started because I've been reading this book, but I started the session of reading this book by Jim O'Hare, and it's real good. It's about his time on Parks and Rec,
mhm.
and like all of a sudden it was 1:30. It's like shit. I've got work in the morning. This is not good. So I got sort of 4 hours of sleep, sort of. Oops, did not mean that many. So it was not a great time, really. And I've sort of been like recovering since.
Yeah, yeah. There's definitely been, those days of, oh, just one more chapter, or oh, suddenly
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
10, 16? It's 16 stairs. All these stone stairs seem kind of blah. What are the andesite stairs look? Well, I did not mean that, but andesite stairs, do they just look any good? Not really. Can anyone recommend a good stair?
Acacia stair.
Well, if I'm going to do wood, I'm just going to use birch.
Good stare, huh?
Slate? Maybe slate will look good. Deep slate doesn't have stairs? What? How can that be?
That doesn't sound right, but here's one
It
looking at it.
does. I want these. How do I get these? Apparently you can't stone cut these? Yeah, of course you can stone cut these. Oh, but not deep slate. It has to be cobbled or polished. Fascinating. All right, let's polish us up some deep slate. Wait, can I turn it into cobbled? No. Why would I be able to do that? I could turn it into the deep slate tiles. Oh, no, those are chipped. Okay, fair enough. That's smooth? That's not smooth? How do you make smooth? Game. I swear. All right. Cobble deep slate. I can crush deep slate, obviously. I don't care about that. I want smooth. How do I make smooth deep slate? Or polished deep slate? It's 4 cobbled! Oh my god, deep slate by itself is not useful. At least not for things like this. Yeah, okay, fine. Alright, you win, game. Like one of those rich people. You mean I have to dig it myself? Oh my god, Muffy. We have to use our hands.
Yeah, Mac, it's an XP machine too. It's really nice.
Give me, I got XP machines.
The ore cracker.
I want these, yeah. The ore cracker. Sounds fun.
When Polly is unsure.
Yeah, I dig that. And we dig that a lot. Ceiling is just the stone, I think. Traditionally.
All right, what other productive saplings do I have?
Also could move on to trees at some point as well. I missed. Get up there.
Flickering sun and blue yonder. Okay.
Those trees?
Yep. I just
Oh,
don't
that sounds
understand.
like
It says productive trees, but I don't know if actually like any of them do anything or if it's just a name.
The trees make different types of trees. Like you need
Yeah, like you can
the
breed 'em.
low level trees to make higher level trees, but they don't make anything but fancier woods.
Okay. Ooh. Blue yonder also may have animated gifts. But so is the log. That's pretty cool.
I already had some. Okay, all right. It's something. Exactly.
Quite so.
There's a sea lantern here, actually. Yeah, I like that. In you go. We need a bed.
And flickering sun.
Should do a bookshelf. Do I have any? I do not. That should have been obvious. What profession should we put him here? Could we use? What do cartographers give you? Anything worthwhile?
Maps.
I'm sorry, a werewolvian?
And I think maps might be more helpful now for getting to archaeology things.
Oh yeah. All right, let's make one of these then. I would like one of these, please. All right. Look, it's bare bones. Oh, he needs a door too. That's oops.
Okay, what do you sell? You sell furled
Seashells.
maps and potions of healing. I'll take some potions of healing, I guess. Just to level you up.
Okay.
Oh, he doesn't have levels.
Cool.
Weird.
Who has no levels?
The priest villager.
Interesting.
He just sells all his stuff automatically.
Just got a Fluix pickaxe that always has Fortune 1.
That's pretty cool. A bit useful.
Apparently this is basic level AE2 stuff. Yeah, into the bin. I would have test you into the bin with you. Apparently I did some quest things that got to AE questing. I don't really feel like doing AE right now. My occultism's not even done. I gotta go kill a dragon, apparently. And hope to God it gets dropped. Yeah, like I need to get a better axe in order to do some beheading. Wait, I could make a warden axe. Wait, but no, I can make this. Oh, I need netherite. Wait, I can do that. We did that. Wait, did I finish that? Hold on. I may not have actually finished that. I remember starting it. Do I have netherite in here? No! We're still in progress. Oh, I made some. I just left it behind. Look at that. 10 netherite ingots.
Enbiosto the president. I might have to go murder the president. I'll be right back.
Oh,
Whoa,
okay.
what?
In Minecraft.
Yeah, of course.
Excuse me?
It's right there on the screen.
Seem right? Does that seem right to you?
Does anything seem right?
So this has to go into here for this.
All right.
And then we have 64 of these that we need to ferment. Why are we not working? We're just very slow? Okay. We're just very slow. Fair enough. Yeah, so I need a warden axe so I can chop the head off the dragon. But then we also means we have to summon the dragon again. What do you need for that? End crystals?
Mm-hmm.
I could just make a netherite paxel. Oh, I can repair the warden axe with rituals. Okay, yeah, we'll definitely do that. So I need the warden template. I need a reinforced echo shard. Wait, before I do that, I do not already have one made. Cool. Okay, definitely did not already have one made. Solid. Oh, wait, I don't have the
That was
smithing
the
up. I thought I had
previous.
that. Uh-oh. Apparently I don't have the smithing template. Oh, I do. You just can't search for it? Cool. That's not awkward. Alright, and I need to make a netherite axe. Do we do that? Oh! Plot twist. I need a netherite upgrade and a diamond axe. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a netherite upgrade. How do I make a diamond
You have
axe?
more than one?
No. No.
In that case, if you don't want to miss out, I would turn your one into two before using the one.
How do you
It
do
just
that?
costs a little bit of miscellaneous nonsense. Like
Okay.
a couple of, what do you call it?
Diamonds?
That's the one.
Really? So they are used up when you use them. So this is not like I don't know what the other thing I was talking about. This isn't like putting a trim on your armor. This is actually used up.
Yeah, when I made my netherite pick, I believe it used it up. I'm pretty sure.
16 times 8.
Either way, it costs you a couple diamonds just to make sure, just in case.
I've just used all my diamonds. Now I have 4 of them. Okay. We will make more diamonds later. But also, I probably should have made more warden upgrades, which also need diamonds.
So I need 2 stacks of these as well.
How many diamonds do I have? I have a ton. Let's go diamonding. How do I make these again? These are the ones that I can't use the crusher fork, right? Yes, because it makes diamond dust, which I can't use yet. Theoretically, I could oxidize it and infuse it and like do all sorts of mechanism things to it, but that's not going to happen. So let's go put this in the bin. Are you working? Oh, you're done. Okay, sweet. Make more of those, please. Thank you. We'll put this in the bin. Excuse me. I know I made that villager proof, but like, it's not supposed to be me proof. Oh, I should probably do this too, because who knows when the last time I did this in game. I have. Oh God, that reset my spawn point. Where was it set? Well, I'm glad I did that then. We also should go to the Aether at some point because I'd spent, I think, literally 5 seconds there, and that's been it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about going back there just to, you know.
You ever crush a bunch of diamonds and then just leave them in your crusher? Me neither.
I'm sure I have.
All right, let's make some more of these.
So my theurgy nonsense converts my the diamond ore at a 4-to-1.
Okay.
Question is, how much more does a lot of fortune do on the ore versus that? You guys have a feeling?
Wait, so you're saying just use fortune and mine the ore for
Yeah.
diamond? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, is that a good strategy, or would it be better just take the 4-to-1 and just roll with that?
I think 4-to-1 is
So-
better.
You think 4-to-1 is better?
That is my guess.
Yeah, I know it says bonus
yes.
drops of fortune, but I don't know how much, and that's the issue. That's the question.
Hold on, there's a way to.
And I don't know with diamonds specifically, but with my Fortune 6 cracker, I tend to get about 3.5 times.
Okay.
It's just very fast. And so I'm like, I don't need it more efficient when it's this fast.
I understand, but I've got the thing running. I mean, once it gets through this 500 lapis, it can go ahead and start doing that. So yeah,
You're just gonna theurgy it.
I'm just gonna toss it in there and let it wander its way on through. Same with the
So
emerald.
you've automated your theurgy process?
More or less.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, it's automatically making the mercury is easy. The salt I'm making from. I'm converting cobblestone, I think, or maybe it's I'm converting obsidian into strata, and then I'm doing a secondary which turns strata into mineral, and so that's all free basically. It just costs time, and once you get enough head time, you're good, and then it just have this thing permanently doing liquefaction into the minerals. And if I need to do something different, I'll just turn off the automatic depositor, pull them out, and cram in skulls or whatever I need.
I've got a complaint.
Yes.
For some reason, the redstone signal is turning off this block, which is next to this one, not the one that actually should be experiencing the redstone signal. The crusher works because I just got diamonds out of it, but the coal generator is no longer generating coal.
And it has coal in it, you said?
Welcome to the wonderful world of hard and soft powering. That most things that get turned off by redstone are turned off by a block next to them being turned on.
So you got to keep them separated?
Yeah, that's why I tend to power them from underneath. Because if you power one machine directly, you typically turn off the machine next to it as well.
My brain just broke. So, like, they have to be in this configuration, or the lens of the atomic reconstructor won't get power from the coal generator, right? I guess it could be on either side. And I could also just turn the damn thing on and let the thing build.
Okay. So I'm gonna need. What actually comes out of this thing aside from aluminum?
And if we're going to do this, might as well put some netherite in front of it, right?
Oh, powered in this term does not actually mean I have to supply power to it. I just have to. Okay, that makes sense then.
Item in, item out. Ah,
Damn
but
it.
if we want to do fluid stuff, we need fluid in and fluid out. That's annoying. Do we power it from underneath then?
Weird. All right, we don't need to use that enough. I'm not that worried about it. We'll fix it later. Okay. Just have a random tier 2 dimensional storage stabilizer. Why are you not a tier 3?
Was it a gift?
I don't know. Probably because I'm not ready for tier 4 anyway, so why do I need the spare to be a tier 3 yet?
Sounds pretty
I'm
true.
just going to sit in my inventory, because if I put it in the system, I'd end up maxing these numbers out, and then I wouldn't be able to upgrade them. Because, you know, me. Do I have everything for this yet? I feel like I do. I might have the sponge, actually. Let's see if I can do this. I do have a sponge. It's a wet sponge. Does that count? Probably not, right?
For
Here, become a sponge. We're making an eldritch chalice. It doesn't say wet sponge, it just says sponge, so.
alas, I am besponged.
I need a block of netherite. Oh, I already have one. Cool.
All right.
I need the respawn thing. Anchor? No. Is it my inventory? No. I haven't made this yet? Okay, whatever. I had made a heavy core, I know that. I need a block of Aluminium. Barely have that. And the chorus flower. I don't have a respawn anchor yet. Memory. Can we remember anything else? I need a bell, which means I have to do that recipe with the goat again. I'll do that in a moment. Sculpt catalyst and stone bricks. Sculpt catalyst and stone bricks. Sponge.
Guess what, chat? Time for more battery alloy.
Reinforced deep slate and a soul lantern. Oh, and the core. Core. Lantern. Okay, so I need a soul lantern. Lantern. Soul. Done. And then I need a respawn anchor. Done. Then reinforced deep slate. Done. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I need a budding amethyst, which I'll get off the wall, and a bell. Oh, I also could just make one. Let's just make one. Then I don't have to bug my guy with the wall. So I need 4 amethyst dust and a block. One, two, three, 4. And a block. Hey, friend, could you be so kind? Could use some amethyst dust. Thanks. That was no siren, I think. Let's go do that. Now we need to make a bell, so I guess I'm gonna have to go collect a goat. Could have done that first, I suppose. Holy moly, this is so slow. Let's go get the Aluminium one. Well, I don't. Which recipe needs the goat again?
I remember.
So no, yeah. Let's go get the Aluminium bowl from over here. This is a little interminable. I should eventually upgrade these all to Aluminium bowls anyway, but you know how it is. All right, let's make a goat. Well, let's make a bell. So I need 2 stone, gold nugget, a chain, block of gold, and a log. Chain. Chain. Copyright. I said, Jeff, don't sue me now. What else? I need 2 stones, I think. No, not those. 2 stones and then a goat. 2 stone. Oh, also a log and a goat. It's log. Here, goat.
Big is heavy, it's wood.
The goat? Probably not.
No, log. It's better than bad.
Yeah,
It's
log. Yeah. Rolls over your neighbor's dog.
good.
It's log.
Is it great
You
for a
know what?
snack?
It is great for a snack.
I feel like that was done by the beavers and not a scientific study.
Mm,
Maybe it's a science beaver.
scientific
You don't know.
beavers. Yeah.
So I'm going to make a personal confession here. As we know, I am a large Disney fan. I've never seen Phineas and Ferb, and they're coming out with a new one.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that means I should get back into it because I love the platypus, Perry the platypus memes quite a bit. Thank you for the spirit of birthing. Sorry you have to live above a zombie.
Harry. Just the hat is great. I've only seen like 1 or 2 episodes, but you know, it seems cute. It's a little bit after my time, so I
Well,
did
I
like
mean, that's
Gravity
the thing,
Falls a
right?
lot, though.
I'm old as shit, so never
you
seen
seen
Gravity
Gravity Falls?
Falls. No.
That one,
No, that one
very good.
is definitely, I'd say, worth your time.
Wait, what's that? What's the premise of that?
A kid and a boy and his cousin sister. Anyway, they're stuck,
So they're
doesn't
from
matter.
Kentucky. Okay, go ahead.
are stuck it's kind of a Ben 10 scenario. They're stuck
Oh,
with their
what?
grandpa at the at a park in the wilderness of the woods of the generic Pacific Northwest, kind of, in a place where mysterious stuff happens, and mysterious stuff happens usually in hilarious ways.
And
I
eventually
thought it was
reality
like
bending ways.
I
Yes,
thought it was
yes.
just like a serious scientific hard sci-fi show that explored the premise of what if gravity was a slave to the
Wait, I
law of
need a
gravity.
freaking Ravager.
So what if gravity itself were to fall?
Mm.
That's what
This
I
is a cartoon?
yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Fair enough. How do you get a Ravager? I kind
So
of
it's
forgot about that
Phineas
part.
and Ferb.
Yes. Whereas Phineas and Ferb, it's weekly romps. Gravity Falls is longer term drama, but both are funny. And Phineas and
Well, look
Ferb
up
gets
Gravity
the random musical numbers as well.
Oh. I would look it up to see what it looks like, but my phone died, so it's it's charging. And I couldn't possibly have any other system that would be able to show me those things. Where do I find Ravagers?
Raids?
On your phone.
I'm sorry, raids?
Yeah, isn't the Ravager the giant beastie?
It appears to be a beastie, yes.
The giant illager faced monster? Yeah. Trigger a raid, you'll get a Ravager.
Guaranteed.
Typically only one.
I only need one. Well, I don't want the raid to target my village, so how am I going to trigger a raid? Bad Omen work for that for sure.
Yeah. But it needs to be a village, maybe not yours. I wouldn't
does mine
necessarily
even
recommend
count?
mine either, but I think we might be able to take it.
Does mine even count as a village? Like, because
If you can
fixed
spawn
this,
new
it's not
villagers, it
generated.
counts as a village.
I don't know. So far, the evidence points to no.
Mm.
Oh, it's too late now for me to find out. But I mean, like, so here's the thing, too. Every one of these villagers is named. So, like, because they came from a ritual. Maybe those types of villagers
Oh.
can't reproduce.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Seems unlikely. I wouldn't expect them to act any different.
Well, I mean, the monsters, the monster mobs do. In either case, let's go to a remote village somewhere. I'm assuming I just sucked down a bottle of bad omen and we're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Let's not do it at Mrs. Frog's place because she would probably not enjoy that. I guess this one? Probably shouldn't have jumped to a random village in the middle of the night, but it's done, it's done. Oh, this isn't a flower forest. I am so sorry what I'm about to bring down on you. To be fair, I'll defend them. I'll defend them.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to... The Ravager is a capture, not kill, so...
Ah.
Because I have to kill it for the ritual. So,
Right.
alrighty.
There. I see.
Bad omen. I don't have any. Oh no, you have to put in bottle first. So dumb. Bad omen 1 should be enough. Yeah, I don't need any powerful bad omens.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even get the bottle back. Cheap.
Server. Thank you.
I wish I could see that tooltip again because it said something and then went away. Oh, I get it. There was a countdown. That's probably what it said is, hey, there's going to be a raid soon. So the raid countdown has hit 0. So where are you guys?
Just sitting there, tapping your foot, looking at your watch. I was told you'd be here to murder me.
Hello?
Oh,
McFly?
still tanks
I
aren't
thought
so
there'd
bad.
be more plumes. Does this not count? Is this just like random sets of houses next to each other and not an actual village? Oh my god. Well, oh wait, no! I see a raid bar. It's happening, chat. Burr, burr. Oh, they're all running away now. Gentlemen, start your Ravagers. Don't you dare kill the Ravager. I need it. Hey, guys. Is there always a Ravager? Do we know? I asked that, but I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure there is. I don't remember if there are waves.
Okay.
But typically when you run into the Evoker, you'll also run into the Ravager.
Okay. Well, there's no evokers here. These are just the basic boring guys. So a little dodge and weave and took care of that. Oh, yeah. And then the health bar is going back up. Cool. This seems like a new mechanic.
Oh,
Maybe it's not, and I've just never done a raid before, but I don't remember the bar doing that thing at the top.
Mm.
Helpful. I just don't remember it. I remember that part. Guys? What are you? You're a vindicator.
where's my dude? He's not at work. He's not at home.
Oh, that's right. I get emeralds. Thanks.
Where's the bell?
Remember when we get overpowered for everything?
You mean overprepared lest we
Wait,
die?
where's the last one?
No.
Oh, get over here.
When does that happen?
Well, it happens for us.
I see.
Don't worry, villagers. I just need to capture a Ravager. My luck, a stray shot's going to take it out. Doo-doo-doo-doo.
He better not have died. Like, I know all the guys over there died.
We're under strict orders not to die.
Where are you guys coming from? I heard the bell.
He was
I heard
too
the
good of a
boo-boo.
source of rubber for him to be dying on me.
Do they always come from the same direction?
Don't think so.
Oh, okay. Oh, there they are. There they are.
He's over here. Hello, buddy.
Hold on. I need this. Thank you. Now you must die. I got a villager killed. I feel guilty. I didn't even use him for a ritual. I mean, is this raid just going to keep coming and coming? Oh, no, apparently not.
I think there's waves. It's just gotta go up. 3?
3, apparently. I'm a hero of the village for the next 40 minutes. I don't know what that gives me, but I guess it means no raids. Does that seem accurate?
Hero of the Village should make things cheaper.
Oh,
They love
yeah.
you. So, do some shopping.
Well, it appears to have also taken over the slot for Bad Omen. Like, that's not there
Yeah.
anymore. Oh my god, I get fireworks?
That is correct.
Heck yeah.
Bad Omen goes away.
What's up, fireworks? Are you stuck in here again? Here, how about you be able to walk through the black door? Wow, 1 stone pickaxe. Oh boy, thanks. Guys, this is not. You don't want this in your village. This is not safe. I'm pretty sure a giant pit down into lava is against the regulations. Surprised Mrs. Frog hasn't been here to fix that yet. That's like her thing.
OSHA compliance.
You can always tell a Mrs. Frog village because there'll be guardrails everywhere. She does her very best to make sure that no villager can fall more than 3 blocks. There's a lot of unemployed villagers.
I did put a fence around my entire compound, but that's because villagers are morons.
You're unemployed. Now you're going to come live with me. You also appear to be unemployed. Nope, you're a toolsmith. There's got to be another unemployed villager here somewhere. I'm the hero of the village. Allow me to steal your children.
Thank you for complying.
What are you?
And delicious children.
Oh, you're a wolf with a skin. Okay, fair enough. Like a texture skin, not, you know, carrying around the body of somebody else. Hello. Oh boy, 23 dead flesh for an emerald. Thanks.
Hey man, if you got a surfeit of, you know, zombie parts.
I wanted to be the butcher. Can you go in the thing? I don't need this. Let's just toss this over here. No, no, I need that. I need that. Give me that. Give me the soul gem back. Okay. I don't need a crossbow. One of the villagers can play with it. Don't worry. It's perfectly safe. There's a zombie somewhere.
Zombie o'clock somewhere.
Where's the thing with the people? Yeah, yeah. Chat, somewhere there is a warp portal. Where'd it go? That's the danger. You're one of the unemployed. All right, folks, we are going to go make an eldritch chalice. What could possibly go wrong?
Absolutely nothing, Wink.
Okay. Now, we need one of these. Another basic
that's not
machine hull. Blast furnace.
I actually don't know how hard it is to take out a... Hello? What are you doing down here? I don't know how difficult it is to take out a Ravager. Probably not very, given our current builds, but not sure I've ever come to blows with one before. All right. I don't remember what the focus of this is supposed to be. Apparently I got 3 banners. Nice. You know what? The more I think of it, I think the focus is supposed to be a bowl. Which means I need to make another Iesian bowl, perhaps. I am short a
So
bowl.
big,
Oh,
shows up on the other side.
God. This dumb. Where's my other stone? Other stone. Other stone. Boom, 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 boom. Get rid of these. Get rid of this.
Oh wait, I need one of those.
Go
Yeah,
here.
we'll just make another one.
Yep, the focus is an Iesian sacrificial bowl. I am a fool of a took. So let's make another one of these. No, that's not going to happen. So let's just do this. Give me that. Give me that.
More batteries.
All right, we've got a Ravager here. We've got a Ravager here. Here.
Finally got a white chocobo.
This will probably take a half hour to finish. It's not even a good gem. And a random saddle. Cool, thanks. Holy moly, this ritual is slow. All right. To be fair, it's creating something that will turn every one of these rituals instantaneous, so I suppose it should take some time.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking about the programming in the week ahead, there's a possibility I will not be streaming on Thursday because I'm taking my big part 2 of my certification exam on Friday. So if I'm panicking, I will not be streaming. But if I feel good, I'll be streaming. This
And
might
I'll-
legitimately be a 2-minute ritual.
I'll probably be out on Thursday.
Okay.
Of next week.
Yeah.
Sounds like it'll be the Boon and George comedy movie hour.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of comedy movie hours, are you still doing the horror podcast?
Kinda. We're not really like releasing episodes anywhere. We're just kind of doing it as like a movie watch club kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, we're actually gonna be doing one on Saturday for werewolf movies.
Ooh. Gonna watch the old Michael J. Fox classic?
No, nobody picked that one. We're watching American Werewolf in London,
It's a good one.
a movie from I want to say 2014 called Wolves, and the new Wolfman movie that came out last year.
I don't know
Let's
about
say
that
this
one.
year.
Yeah, I think it's this year.
So you do a triple feature? That's a
Yeah.
commitment.
Well, not all back to back. Like we all watch them
Oh.
ahead of time, and then we get together and we talk about them.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch. Me and Neff are gonna watch American Werewolf tomorrow night, and then we'll watch the other 2 movies Saturday afternoon.
Cool.
And then record in the evening.
Chat, I need a ritual that goes into Strigier or Ufix, and I want to see how fast this is. I can't think of any off the top of my head, though. You know what? I suppose I could go into the book. Strigier. It's this one? This one?
Oh.
It's this one. I don't have any merit stuff with me, so do I have enough fruits?
Actually,
Let's do this.
I accidentally did the thing the light did, where I spawned my wither with its head inside of the blocks above it. So now it is just stuck there and slowly dying.
Solid. Of course, I think he, planned that.
Oh no, I mistook the amount of soul sand I needed. That was my
Oh, I'm
bad.
not saying you planned it.
Oh,
I'm saying he planned it that way. I need a shulker shell. Who's got one? Come here. Apparently, I also need a
got some.
turtle egg. I'm not have a turtle egg yet. What do turtles eat? Hey, turtles. Seagrass? Now I have to remember where I saw turtles. Also, do I have seagrass? I do not.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Although I don't know why I care. I can't finish
6
this anyway because this is broken. Ugh.
Invar.
We got this bowl now, so we can do instantaneous rituals.
So I need
We
8.
just need to do this 3 more times.
12.
Honestly, it's not unreasonable.
13 and a half Invar each.
We should just do the. Let's just do this. The bowl. I don't know if I have enough free stuff. I don't have the IU stamp. I gotta make all that. Yeah, I'm lazy. Let's go put the villagers in their new house. I'm hoping I can at least get a villager to be a farmer.
So 150. Oof. So we're cooking up some more iron.
Tuesday will be just fine, by the way. It's only Thursday that will be the moment when panic sets in. All right, sir, would you like to be a farmer? Ready, go. Yes, you would. Oh, he keeps his cool clothes, too. Neat. All right, we got a farmer. So, see if we can convince this guy he wants to be a cartographer. Hell yeah. Oh, I'll get you some paper. Oh, well, hero of the village counts for these guys, too. Here, would you like some paper? Wait, I've got a ton of paper. All right, sir, level yourself up. That's not a second. That's a second and a half. What kind of timer is that? Oh, I can get him compasses for an Ocean Explorer map now. Hunting. Well, also 10 emeralds. But... All right, we have a cartographer. Nice. You can't, like, jump over the fence over here. I checked that, right? Okay. Phew. You've got to have a bed. I know I have an extra bed. Where's it going to go? Can't go to that bed. That bed's taken. Do I need to make another bed?
I
Oh,
can't
it's not your bed.
just hammer or smash the Invar. I actually have to cut it, which means I have to make some lubricant. Ugh.
Fascinating.
Really?
Okay.
Where are you off to, sir? You've had enough? You gotta go? I am apparently short a bed. All right, bed check. Please don't sleep at the moment. I need to check to see what the hell's going on in my village. Nobody's in this bed. Okay. Who's in this bed?
Okay, how are we making lubricant?
Right. He's in that bed. Who's in this bed?
Creosote and redstone
Okay.
in a mixer.
Okay. The cleric is stuck because he's dumb. Here, go over here. Go this way. See, you can walk around it. Dummy. All right, so he's going to his bed. Who's in here? Nobody. Who's in here? Nobody. Are they too far? Is there like a rule it can't be farther from the bell than X? I've never heard of such a thing. Where'd that guy go? Oh, he's over here. There's no bed up here. You're just hanging out up here? Reading the bookshelf? Okay, sure. Apparently there's a wandering trader over here. God, just see bubbles floating out of the midair. Don't you want to go to a bed? Don't you just make more random beds? Fine.
Okay, so we're making 11 gears.
I'm out of wool. Am I seriously out of wool? No.
We can compress the rods. So that's 11 rods.
Here, have a bed.
Cutting these, which means we need 22 more
Weird.
rods, which means we need 33 rods.
So, chat, I don't know if you figured out what I just figured out, but this implies that there are 2 villagers somewhere, or that those stupid wandering traders count, because there are not people sleeping in those two beds across the way, but also there are no villagers for them. So where'd those villagers go? And if it's the wandering trader, why isn't the there? So let's just take up this bed and put it back down and reset it. And we'll do the same thing over here. Just see what happens.
And also, you got to remember, sometimes they're just dumb.
I know, but like theoretically, they should be trapped in this area. So if there's one around here, I should be able to find them. And they're not around here. So they could be trapped in my bookcases. Seems unlikely, but they are doors. So they could be dumb enough to get trapped in there. There's nobody in here. There's nobody in these, so like again, theoretically they could get into here. Although I think the pressure plates might confuse them. I don't know. Electric best friend. That's not really age appropriate, but all right, well, we have a farmer now for real. So we'll see if we start getting more villagers. That'd be nice.
It's 88. Well, it's 12 each.
I guess we need to build a house up there. They all seem to want to walk up there.
Wait, no.
Where do you want to go?
Making 11.
Like, you just contemplating the mountains?
11 times 12.
Just contemplating the mountains, I guess.
30.
Pining for the fjords.
Here, give me these. Thanks for the bread.
So
I
that's
get that tough.
109.
Weird.
You need more.
Hey, farmer, you want to farm at all or no? That's the cartographer. Big fan of the monocle. Oh, yeah, what do? You can give me a meteorite compass or Certus quartz crystal. I don't have a bunch of emeralds right now, do I? I guess I do. Here, let's trade. Give me a bunch of those. That wasn't enough to level you up? You greedy. Okay. It's like they designed it that way. Why did I get...
Oh, seems my internet's
Somebody
going away.
see how that happened.
Although I'm not dropping
Sky
frames.
stone. That sounds fun. Oh,
So,
that's not good.
I had a hiccup, and now it looks like
Yeah.
And Frog Stream is down.
Uh-oh.
My stream is down.
At least on
It's
my
not
end.
according to me.
Let me reload.
Hello?
Oh, I'm
Hello?
out.
Hello, I've got
Hello?
a commercial at least. It's something.
And you hear me?
I can see in the top right corner.
According to... So, nobody is saying they can hear me, which makes me nervous.
Oh,
No, I can hear you.
except
I can
we
hear you.
are.
Okay, good.
Now, like your pre-stream was playing, so
I have never didn't drop a single frame, but it definitely just did my going live again. So must have been on Twitch's end. Server seems to be doing fine.
Well, it
I mean, I
kicked
got
the two of
kicked off,
them.
so.
Yeah.
So I know, but there's no. What I'm saying is that it's the server didn't crash.
Mm-hmm.
So darn it! I lost my guy. Ugh. Anyway, what is Skystone and do I need it?
It's an Aether
Wow.
thing, and it's just stone.
According to this, it was an AE2 thing.
Oh, then it's meteorite. And also, it's stone.
All right.
Although, stronger than usual stone. But not quite
Fair.
reinforced deep slate levels.
Somehow I got a steel drill. Do villagers give you gifts or something?
Maybe? I don't know.
Weird.
Could be.
Do I have carrots? Not enough carrots, but we're going to trade anyway. Hello, sir. Would you like my carrots? Thank you. Should the composter like start filling with stuff at some point?
They do throw gifts to the hero of the village.
Nice.
Cool.
You are
It's another
celebrating.
half hour that's happening. Hey, he's farming, Chad. He's farming.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have farming.
Wait a minute. This needs to be solid on the bottom, on
don't
top, doesn't it? Well, this one, it's fine on the bottom. The top might not.
Yeah,
be
I
good
feel like
enough.
there needs to be more dirt. Also, I feel so bad for these golems because the water is clearly confusing them. Although, to be fair, he could move.
Yeah, I need to make another one.
This one could go. He might be stuck, actually, because of the leaves. But he could walk over there and then walk up. I just got a free cookie. Sweet. Let's see what I can get from the cleric. Oh, hello. I just noticed the back of the cleric's outfit is a creeper.
That's
Gold
kind
for
of
emeralds.
cool.
Yeah. All right, we're building stuff.
Oakley dokley.
Okay, so I need
A platypus? Human
2
processing
more
those.
rocks.
That is surprisingly fast. Oh no, it's happened again.
What has happened again?
Bum ba dum bum bum bum. Ba dum bum 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 bum. So that's going to be stuck in my head for the next 2 days. And if you didn't know what just got stuck in my head from me singing that, God bless you. Because if you did know, it's probably going to be stuck in yours too.
Oh man, I made the mistake of listening to the opening theme for Neon Genesis Evangelion the other day, and it's been just going ever since.
I'm not familiar with that, believe it or not.
No, it's seminal modern, God, for mid '90s modern anime. It's one of the big ones.
Oh, I should mention I know what it is. I'm not familiar with the song. I didn't really watch it, but yes, I have heard of that. That I've heard of before.
Okay,
Like some of the other stuff we've talked about today. Wait, what was that thing I'm supposed to watch? Hold on, I didn't write it
Gravity
down.
Falls.
Gravity Falls.
Unless you want something lighter, in which case you watch Phineas and Ferb.
Gravity Falls.
Indeed.
Lighter
Gravity
than
Falls
Gravity.
Disney.
Well, I guess Gravity is pretty heavy.
Yeah, they should be both on Disney Plus.
Okay, sweet. Other streaming services are available, of course.
They just don't have those shows.
It's true.
Looks like it's both on
Unless
Disney
you
Plus and
actually
Hulu.
own them on DVD.
Mhm.
I've
Case you
started
can
to
watch
buy
them
more.
whenever. Yeah, good. Like the digital stuff is great. It's wonderful, but I miss actually like owning movies and TV shows.
You know what did it for me? When we moved 2.5 years ago now, I digitized almost my entire CD collection to make it so I didn't have to move it. And that hard drive has failed.
Yep.
So I lost my entire CD collection.
Yep.
Now, thankfully, I did not digitize all the CDs I'm on. So, like, all of the personal CDs from all of my music career and like the recordings that I'm on Aluminium Records and stuff, like, I still have all of those. But yeah, like everything else gone.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like, digital is wonderful for propagating and preserving stuff, but like, it can't be the only way.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is a hard drive crash and everything's gone. Like, now imagine something like Netflix's hard drives go down, get wiped.
Yeah.
And all of their original programming is only on their hard drives.
Yeah.
Well, say goodbye to all that stuff.
Right?
It never existed. Basically, there's only stories and rumors.
Well, and you know, that
And
is
pirates.
so true. And well,
And pirates, and that's why, you know, I'll say there is some efficacy in piracy sometimes.
I'm pretty sure that's
It can be the
why
one that save us.
the blanking on the name, the vampire movie.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain piracy is why it
Yeah.
exists.
Yes. Yeah. Because originally it was slated every copy to be destroyed.
Like the original black and white one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because
I know that's why Hollywood was in the West, so they could get away from Edison and his copyright claims. But I didn't know that that was a thing.
Well, it actually had nothing to do with Edison. It was Bram Stoker's widow.
Oh, really?
Who was like, yeah, because Nosferatu it's basically Dracula, but all of the names are changed and there's a few other changes and everything like that. But the source material is basically Dracula.
Sure.
And she sued for copyright infringement, won, which understandable. Nosferatu is basically Dracula, but part of the settlement was like, on top of like being paid, I don't know if she directly ordered for it or it was the decision of the court, but like all copies were meant to be destroyed.
I never heard about that one.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about the entirety of human culture, which first off, not long in the grand scheme of things,
No.
but like how much has been lost, right? I think
Oh, yeah.
there's part of me that's like, this whole quest for permanency, like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, I feel it too, believe me. I've written
at the
enough
same
music,
time,
but,
though,
like,
we have things from ancient times. That
yeah, but I'm not saying we have
still hold up.
everything from ancient times.
We don't
you know
have
what I'm saying?
everything, but like, in my opinion, that's why, like, I personally, this is just personal. Like, everyone's gonna like interface with it to the extent that they want to or are comfortable with or whatever, and like, that's fine. But you guys also need people like me to make sure that the stuff doesn't get lost for as long as possible.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that's why we
I forget
know
where I
about
was going
Bach.
with that.
It's because Mendelssohn
Yeah.
in the 18 whatever it was. Embarrassingly, I don't remember his years. It's been too long since I've taught that class, but I mean, he's the reason that we have all of that, which is both good and annoying as shit. As a modern composer, like, listen to modern stuff. But I mean,
Yep.
look, I get it. That's why we have Wagner. Damn it. No, that's
Would you be willing to go a little more into that? I'm not aware of what you're talking about.
the Mendelssohn Bach thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, good, because the Wagner thing I made up. That's just my dislike of Wagner. I don't hate Wagner. Let me just point it out that way, but I'm not a big fan. So up until about the time of Mendelssohn, which again is going to be the mid 1800s, somewhere in there, I think into the late 1800s. He was contemporary with he definitely was contemporary with Beethoven. He was definitely contemporary with the Schuberts and the Schumanns of the world, right? So Mendelssohn was a composer, and if you're not in music, that's probably the thing you know him for the most, is that he wrote some music. Probably his incidental music for Midsummer Night's Dream is one of his most famous works for a non-musician. The violin concerto is probably another one because that theme is very recognizable. You've probably heard it, even if you don't know that's what you've heard.
Sure.
And that's all well and good, and really around the time that Mendelssohn was engaging in that kind of early to mid romantic period of just art in general, right? It's not just music that was going through that sort of thing. Older music, especially, but even older art and other things, were not seen in the same light. They were old. Like, why would you be focusing on the old? It's all about the new. You should be learning the new material. The new is what's cool. The new is what's hip. Of course, this is talking about aristocratic society. Almost everything when you talk about art and music and everything from those times is from an aristocratic standpoint, because that's who wrote the books.
Okay.
Right, because like folk music has existed forever, and there are folk tunes that are 1,000 years old that have been passed down orally, but we're not writing about it unless you're an ethnomusicologist. But that's another conversation. So before that, all like the classical music, your patrons paid for the new stuff. They didn't want you to play somebody else's music because they're paying you to write the new stuff for them. Like it was very much a beneficial relationship in that way. They had the coolest, latest things that could brag about it to all their rich friends, and you had a steady income stream. Well, once you got into the mid 1800s, you didn't have as much of that patronage system because people could publish their own music. By this point, music publishing was a big business. I don't mean like anyone could necessarily go and publish their music, but you didn't need a huge benefactor. The middle class could do this now, right? Just like with trade and book writing and the like. The middle class now had access to this, like cereals, right? Not the eating cereal, the serial novels and stuff. All the rage during this period. Same thing was happening with music. And so what happened is Mendelssohn, I'm not going to say discovered, because everyone, like, again, the people in the know knew about the Bach collections. They knew who Bach was. But he started programming. I skipped that part. He also had his own music group. So he was a conductor as well as a composer. And in his like parlors and the like, he and his sister were starting to play some of these older Bach pieces that were originally written for harpsichord, clavichord, organ, and they were playing them on the modern piano. And then that gained some foothold. More church music, it was introduced, and he became kind of like a champion for, hey, listen to this cool stuff. This is cool. Right around the same time when in art and in writing, that trend was happening. Oh, look at these ancient classics. It's so much cooler to be Greek and ancient Greek than it is to be a modern European. And he's really the one that spearheaded that for Bach. And I forgot how slow this was. Jesus. But that's where that came from. And then, like I said, the Wagner thing is just a bad joke.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, just like the whole thing about the business class replacing the nobility in terms of like and the church in terms of like paying for patronage and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting.
To quite a lot, yeah, a big degree around that time. Now there were still patrons, especially in Europe, right? Less so in America.
Sure.
Southern plantation owners definitely had the means and would sometimes employ their own musicians, but it was nothing like it was in Europe. It was definitely more of a people's kind of music. I mean, that's why when Dvorak came over in the late 1800s, mid 1800s, I guess, he was inspired by the folk music of America and then took that back and started writing pieces based on that. That's also kind of Bartok's fault, but that's another show. So like there was really no American patronage from that regard. The American patronage of the arts is much more typical when we get to the 1900s and we look at the Rockefellers and the Carnegies. Like their style of patronage became more of the norm, that you don't support an individual, you support an institution. So that's how you get the Kennedy Center. That's how you get the, a lot of the big American orchestras were started in the early 1900s for that reason, because they got big benefactors. But it was much less common to have an individual composer be sponsored like that. Not impossible, just much less common.
Okay. That's cool. I had no idea.
Normally, you
about
would have to
that.
pay about $120 for that.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I used to teach a 101 level class where we talked a little bit about this, not a ton, because you have to fit basically 1,000 years of music into 15 lectures for the most part.
That sounds easy.
Yeah. Well, I taught the summer section. I should take that back. So 15 longer lectures, but like a typical semester for a non-music class, non-music major, we cover from literally about, what is Hildegard von Bingen? I think she's like 1050 or like around 1100, all the way up to the modern time. For people that don't understand music and are taking this, a lot of them, because it's just a fluff class, they think, and so they don't. They're not there to get all the ins and outs and the details. You really have to stretch a little bit and tie it to the modern society, or you lose them.
Sure.
So when we're talking about that, for instance, the 1900s and when 12-tone music starts coming into play, and the pre-12 tone, that period is incredibly influenced and I can't think of the word I'm trying to think of right now, but it's definitely tied directly to the First World War and all the chaos that erupted in Europe. It was a big deal.
Huh.
Lightbringer and I have a common friend who is he's a musicologist, and he very much is all about, like, you cannot learn the music outside of the culture that it's in. It's done.
Yeah, it's
it
way
does
more
not
my
work.
wife than even him, because
Well, yes, I mean,
she's
that's
an
right.
ethnomusicologist, and that's their entire bag.
Right. Yes. But I will say that for many, not all, and it's certainly less common now. It's more that ethnomusicologists are very more well diverse. But even like 20 years ago, I would say most ethnomusicologists will be studying world music and bringing it into a European perspective, and there weren't as many studying European music in the same way. There should have been. But yeah, so they're all big about that. I mean, like, you can't really talk about the music of Stravinsky. You can't really talk about the music of Bernstein without talking about the wars. Like, they're so heavily informed by it.
Bernstein, as in Bernstein.
Leonard, yeah, the Second World War, man. Like, that's huge. Why do you think he wrote West Side Story in the 1950s? It wasn't just because he liked Romeo and Juliet. There was part of it, but when you look at the imagery that he used, specifically because it is set from Puerto Ricans and Italian immigrants to the United States, which is also another thing, because obviously Puerto Ricans technically aren't immigrants to the United States, but that's not what we're talking about.
That's a whole other thing.
That's different. But those were very much representative of the New World and the Old World, and that tension that existed because of this war. Also, a lot of it by the fact that he was a gay man in the early 1900s. But
Yeah.
and you know what? That's probably I shouldn't be. That's a little reductive. He was bisexual, but like, definitely not what society deemed to be appropriate,
Normal.
if you will.
Not normal for the time.
Yeah. All right, make more of these, please. Yeah, that was I taught that class. I taught that class a lot. I taught it at a community college, and I also taught it at a state university. And I taught music, world music, effectively. But like, again, it was intro level. My advanced classes were all music theory and oral skills. Like those, I taught up to the graduate level. But yeah, for the music history, I'm not a music history person. I'm not really. I love world music, but I've not studied it. You know what I mean? I have a cursory level knowledge. I'll be honest, the first time I taught the world music class, I was learning the material 2 weeks before I taught it. So, like, but hey, you stay ahead of the game. And then by the time I was done, I had taught that class, I don't know, 40 or 50 times. I like that one too. My absolute favorite unit was the Chinese music unit, because the book that I used, which I really loved, I used it all the years I taught it. Also, I was that professor that was nice to you and would continue to use old versions of books as long as they were available, and did not make the class sign up for a new version of the book and therefore make the previous semester's books worthless. Didn't do that. But the way the Chinese music was structured is you start with Chinese opera. And oh my God. First off, I love Chinese opera. I think the storytelling is amazing. I think the music is amazing, but it is not Western. Oh my God.
It is about as not Western as you get.
Yes. And so this is halfway through the semester. So the way that this book set up the world music class, which I loved, is it started in Africa and then worked its way through and going north and east, and then comes back around through the US and ends in Europe, because most people are familiar with Europe. But African music, especially when you talk about like Nigerian music, for instance, or modern Ghanaian music, it's very heavily influenced by American music. So it's a starting point. It's different enough that it's different, but it's understandable. So by the time you get to the Chinese unit, you are 4 units in. And that music, like, if you've never heard Chinese opera, I look it up on YouTube. There's a ton of great examples of it. It doesn't really matter what you're listening to, although I will tell you that some of the best the Chinese operas will be like allegorical, or allegorical fantasies, like the ones that use magic and stuff, because the stage effects are unbelievable too. Anyway, it is very, very different. And by the time you're done with the Chinese chapter, you've moved over towards Japan. And so you get a couple of things that happen. One is that you have talked about Tuvan throat singing, which is also awesome. Mm-hmm. So cool. And that's a lot of music with Mongolia.
Yeah, I was going to say Mongolian throat singing, yeah.
Yeah. So they're the actual culture that does the throat singing, they're Tuvans. So they're Mongolian and Russian. It's like a distinct culture. It's like I felt a little dirty when I said Ghanaian too for a second ago, because like, while that is technically correct, the music that we talk about is of the Ave people, which is also Togolese. And so like to say just Ghana is a little reductive, but also you're not paying for my music lecture. That's not why we're here. So make it a little simpler. So that I love that Chinese unit. So you talk about the Tuvan throat singers, and then you get there's a little bit where you actually talk about Korean music, so Korean folk music, but also we do a little bit of K-pop, just because again that's especially when I was teaching this 10 years ago, it was just really starting to hit its stride in the U.S. And so that was relatable. And then it brings you into Japan, and I loved it for that reason, because when you look at Chinese opera, especially more like folk opera, the Korean folk music, and then Japanese theater, specifically, probably No would be the most. They're like so similar. They're so similar. And if you know anything about Korean, Chinese, and Japanese people, is that they will talk about how different they are. They're nothing alike. They can't write all this other stuff. But like, you can see somewhere especially in the folk music influenced art forms, there is a common ancestry there.
Oh, sure.
And it really helped. I think, I don't know. I'm a professor. Maybe I was just like, oh yeah, my students are really learning, right? And they didn't get shit. I don't know. But it felt like they were starting to get it by that point. And so then the rest of it, when we're starting to introduce Latin American music, Afro-Caribbean music, and then talking about European folk music, that it just really brings it home that we are actually all just kind of the same.
Yeah.
Sure.
So anyway, that's how Mendelssohn ended up bringing Bach in. And if I missed anything or was wrong, Lightbringer could correct me, but he's too polite. I think.
Yep, and I just
Or
want to remind
give a
everybody,
refund for our free lesson.
music is not a universal language, is barely a
No.
language, and it might not even be that.
Yes. The only thing that you could say is universal about music is that for whatever reason, most cultures have some, but they don't use it the same.
And it's made of vibrations. That much we can probably agree on.
Yeah. No, that's true.
Good ones.
Yeah, I would
Good
say that for
vibrations.
sure.
No,
Not necessarily.
we cannot agree on that.
Exactly. Well, what you have to remember, like, I'm a percussionist, right? So I was all about percussion music. And so everyone thinks, oh yeah, music, it's got a melody, it's got harmony and stuff. Okay, well, not percussion music. So how's that organized? Okay, well, it's real about rhythm. Okay, cool. Let me introduce you to this branch of music called electroacoustic, or just electronic music. Forget the acoustic part of it. And then that really starts cooking your noodle because the music works. It works. My camera just freaked out. That was cooking so hard. But it's not organized in the same way as traditional Western music. I look, there's a lot of things about my graduate school that I don't necessarily agree with, I don't get along with, and things were not the best. Some of our colleagues had way worse time than I did. I'll admit that I got out of it, got 2 master's degrees. But the thing that I do like about it is I had the opportunity to be part of an electroacoustic music studio. And while all of the professors didn't view that in the same way, and were definitely to varying degrees better or worse at accepting experimentation and new sounds, the students writing it were phenomenal. And like I I can't go into too much detail like about the person because obviously I'm trying not to give away where I went to school, but like there's one piece that I remember, and the whole thing was just organized around this sound, a found sound. So that you'd go out with your microphone, record sounds, right, and then manipulate them. And it was all about this very common sound reversed. So the entire sound file was reversed, and like they did it in such a way. I'm not even sure Lightbringer was there yet when this happened because I did predate him a couple of years, but this particular one, like the whole piece ended up sounding like this sound inverted, but it was all these different sounds that were put on top of each other that by the time you got to the end, you're like, holy shit, this is that sound for the last 6 minutes was just the beginning to the end of this sound that was half a second long, but expanded out to 6 minutes, except it wasn't just, expand technically, expand that in the software. It was a bunch of all these different sounds that they put together to make this up. And so you realize that how is this organized? Well, it was organized by the waveform of this original sound, and it worked. It was unbelievable. I could never hope to do anything like that. It was just unbelievable. That was when I knew, like,
science.
well, it's sort of like I knew that this was cool. I'm happy to have dabbled in it. I did a couple of things based on like whale sounds and baseball games and frogs and stuff. I could not, like, that was never going to be my thing. I could not even contemplate doing what that one piece was. It was just so good.
Yeah,
How good was it? So
yeah, my best thing was finding how much of nature you can recreate with modifications of a didgeridoo.
I remember that. That was cool.
Sounds pretty sweet too.
Yeah. I had a friend in high school that played a didgeridoo. I still don't
You
understand how
didgeridoo?
she picked it up. Yeah. But she owned one, so she played it all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah, I haven't tracked down a real one, so I've got a plastic one. Like a homemade Home Depot didgeridoo.
Yeah. Shit, I had homemade Home Depot resonators on my marimba for the first 3 years I owned it. Like, at the time I bought my marimba, I was in undergrad, so I did not have a lot of money. My parents did not have a lot of money, but they helped make it work. And I knew the guy that built the marimba, and that's how we could make it work. So I put in sweat equity. I think I was at the guy's house 3 months. I think every weekend for 3 months, just cutting wood, polishing, sanding, whatever, learning how to make a marimba. So like, I know theoretically now how to make a marimba. I would need all the measurements again, but and the one thing we didn't spare the expense on was the wood. I have actual rosewood bars, like it's true Honduran rosewood. And so because I didn't want to skim on that, because you could use Paduke or some other types of hardwood, but I didn't want to skim on that. And in my defense, this was before the big trade restrictions on the export of Honduran rosewood. So it's insane. It's like, I'm like the guy that owns the ivory piano. He did not kill the elephant. It was before the elephant restrictions. Anyway, so what I skimped on was the resonators, because metal resonators are expensive. They are very expensive. So we just used PVC pipe. It worked good enough. Like, it wasn't loud. If I had used it in a concert hall, I'd have had to been mic'd. But it was good enough to practice on. It was good enough for a small recital hall, you know, the 300-seat hall. It was fine for that. And it was good. So for the first 3 years, I had that marimba. It was plastic until I saved up enough money to buy the metal ones. But yeah, the metal resonators, I think it cost me $5,000, something like that, just for the resonators.
Woof.
But they're great, and I'm glad I have them, especially because, again, I knew the guy that was making these, and so my resonators have adjustable ends, so they're not welded at the end, which is important. So as you move them, you can damage resonators to that they won't have the perfect pitch anymore, because they won't be the right length, and so you'll have effectively dead notes that won't ring like the other ones. But with a movable end, all I have to do is loosen it. The rubber gasket comes off. I can adjust it up and down, tighten it back, and I have a perfectly in tune resonator again. That was cool. He basically bought rubber pucks, cut them to the right size, and then put like giant washers on each end. Woodworking's cool. Metalworking in this case too. I made my own drumsticks. I made my own temple blocks. What else did I make while I was doing there? I made wood blocks. That's easy though. I mean, that's literally a drill press. We made claves while I was there. That's also pretty easy. Made castanets, although I did not keep any castanets, but he did. Made my snare drum. Made a snare drum while we were there. That's pretty cool, because that's all about cutting thin wood and then getting it real wet, bending it. So that was fun. And he made a couple of tambourines, but I didn't do that because I already had a tambourine I really liked. I'm like, I don't need to go through making my own tambourine. Thanks. But his were good. I liked them. But he never did it professionally. Like, I mean, that's not true. He did them professionally. He never did it full time. He was still a music educator. That's what he liked to do, and he just did this on his weekends. That's how he spent his weekends. He just built marimbas, xylophones. He made a vibraphone once. Yeah, but he said he didn't like working with the metal. So outside of resonators, it wasn't really his thing. And then, so like my marimba frame is unique too. So it's done in emission style. I got to pick out the wood. It's cherry wood, because cherry looks gorgeous. And then the front piece, because when you have a marimba, there's a bigger rail up front that the audience looks at, and then there's what's called the main rail, which is the one at the bottom, which holds the thing together basically. And those are both made out of quarter sawn cherry, and it looks gorgeous, just gorgeous. But cherry is surprisingly cheap. Although maybe it just felt cheap because I bought enough rosewood to make 2 bars. theoretically, if I ever have a bar crack, I can go to this guy because I had paid for a second set of bars. A complete second set of bars was made while that was made. I just be like, hey, can I get another bar? Now, to be fair, like he used those in other instruments, right? But it's the concept that I paid for 2 of every bar. So if any of them breaks, I can get a new one. And it helps him fund the next marimba, right? Almost there, chat. Too much random talking. You guys let me ramble on too much.
Could switch over to talking about my automaton that I just got.
Automaton? What is that?
It's a Japanese toy instrument that is essentially a contact theremin with a physical wah pedal.
That sounds
where
awesome,
you
actually.
where you squeeze the cheeks of a little character for it to literally go wah.
Oh wait, it's one of those things with like the thing that comes off in the little quarter note shape.
Yeah.
Oh
It's one
god,
of
those
those.
are awesome.
And
What
so
is
I
that
now
called?
it's an automaton. I think it's
Automaton,
otama,
okay.
not atama.
Otama, excuse me. That
I
is a
think.
very big difference in Japanese.
So yeah, I'm the proud owner of a new Gudetama automaton.
Nice. Chad, if you would like to look them, well, one, you could just look them up, but also they were used on Make Some Noise in season 2, I think. Because they handed all the players one of them and said, duplicate this
sounds right.
noise.
Yeah, I remember that. I'm
And much like a
starting
theremin,
season
people
3
can
this
become
week.
entirely too
Nice.
good at it.
Some theremin players are crazy. So you're starting season 3 and Make Some Noise. Oh, that's exciting.
No, season 3 of Game Changer. Sorry.
Oh, Game Changer. Yeah, that's
They
good
did an
shit.
episode called Make Some Noise, where I think they also brought in one.
That might be where I remember it from. So Make Some Noise spun off from Game Changers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game Changers is great.
Oh, yeah.
The
I
most
love
recent
Game
episode
Changer.
was tight. I won't spoil
Well,
it, obviously, because you're, engaging in the journey, but
Yeah.
it's good. You'll get, actually, there's one, I think it's in season 3, where he does his cold open, and he says the only game where it changes every time, except for Ellen's blah, 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 for this show and this show that have all started since we started this show.
Funny thing about that. Huh?
But to be fair,
Game
Game Changers does
Changer-
it very differently.
Should sue all the other shows and then make them destroy every copy of the game that they ever did.
Honestly, probably nobody bootlegged the Ellen DeGeneres ones, so.
Yeah, I didn't see that. That's the thing. It's just that easy.
It's amazing to me. We're going to pick on Ellen DeGeneres here for a moment because I can. That somebody that was so absolutely beloved, like, couldn't just keep their fucking mouth shut in private. Nobody would have known. Nobody would have known. Treat your staff with respect. Nobody would have known. They'd have been like, oh yeah, Ellen, she was the first openly gay woman on television, right? Which also is not true, but let's pretend because that was the narrative that she built for herself. And it would have been great. And then all of a sudden, and like many people who are caught, doubled down instead of just being like, oh yeah, sorry about that. Bonkers to me. Just bonkers. Anyway, now that I brought the room down.
Mm.
Yeah, and I mean, I just don't care to think about Ellen DeGeneres very much.
Yeah.
Just, it's like, oh yeah, she's bad. What else you got? But so it's funny. Like I don't really like watch Dropout TV. Like, but I do
That's fair.
like I'll see like clip collections or like the shorts they put on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you know, it's always a fun time. But it's crazy how many of them I know. I like. There's a podcast I like to listen to called Hello from the Magic Tavern. It's
Yep.
been going on for over 10 years. And like, oh, this guy. Wait, how do I know this name? Oh, this guy has appeared in like 4 episodes of this as like the random as this random Brennan Lee Mulligan plays a Death Knight who's shown up a couple times in Hello from the Magic Tavern, and you know he's hilarious. And like, I'm pretty sure Zach Oyama's been there, and yeah, like a large portion, like, and like who's the really tall skinny guy.
Grant O'Brien.
Yeah, I think he's in there too, as again as another like weird necromantic thing, but still, yeah, it's kind of all just turned up, you know, and like, oh, now I know who these people are, and that's kind of wild, and you know, they're just organically showing up in this show I'm enjoying.
He went to Tisch.
Tish.
Yeah, Tisch School for the Arts. It's no Juilliard, but no, for acting, it's like one of the best university level programs out there.
That's funny. It's like the most recent episode I'm currently listening to has Amy Mann as the guest in it, as you know,
She's cool.
yeah, she seems really cool, and like, I'm not sure she knew what she was getting into, but when she got into, when she figured out what the thing was, she's like, I think she done a good job of just like going with it,
Nice.
like the crudeness and offbeatness of the whole thing. But yeah, it's fun stuff.
I could. We could just have a disgusting amount of lava chat. Should we like put some upgrades in this thing? Do we need to? I mean, we are waiting for the netherite. Let's take a look. Functional storage. I need some upgrades. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, let's put one of these things up in here. Holy smokers. That's a lot you need for this. Now let's go to go. Like this, please? No. Okay, I would like these. Thank you. I would like one of these. I'd like some more of these. Thank you. And I need one of these. Any one of them will do. That'll be just fine.
Right, I was making a bunch of wires.
Now I need some more of those. Yep. I need 16 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? Jungle? Fine, whatever. I need 2 of these. 1, 2. And I make me one of these. Sweet. That doesn't. Does functional storage not have a quest line? Ugh, where's storage? Oh no, it's like
top.
that now. Dumb.
Yeah, it just has a couple things in there, I think.
You used to get stuff from me. Oh my god, it quadruples the stoke. No worries. I don't know why I need 128 buckets of lava, but there you go.
Yeah, it's there. Why not?
Yeah.
My power plant chews through more than that fairly often.
Mine does not. But also, I haven't gotten into technology. Apparently, I completed Ender IO, so sure, I've finished technology.
All done.
Honestly, I should probably go through Pneumaticraft and actually learn how that works this
What
time.
do they have you even do? Sag mill? Sag mill is the end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, there's so much more to that.
That's enough for me. That's all I needed.
Oh yeah, I managed to find my elytra last time, so.
Hey, nice.
And then just now I was completing some stuff in Ars Nouveau, and I got the glide thing, so I'm sitting pretty.
Yeah, I don't need Elytra now. I got Glide, so
I'll
all
still
good.
only make 16 of those. Sure,
there's a lot of evil to do. Yeah.
Need those for
I should
large
finish Nature's Aura.
motors.
I do
You're not
enjoy
growing up
Nature's
yet.
Aura.
God damn it! I guess I could breed you again, see if I can get another one.
Upgrade like a boss. Way to go, man. That's like legit.
I figured out how to make lubricant. I got a, what is this thing called? A steam blast furnace. I built that and hooked it all up. I'm making steel.
Ooh, steel.
Nice. This is the last one.
I cheated on steel.
Ah,
I'm not using the blast furnace for it. I'm using Ender IO.
Yeah, I did some nonsense to get steel. I'm like, yep, this is legit. I'm here.
Imagine needing steel.
And like I made the blast furnace because I was going to make synthetic oil so that I could make rubber, but I'm never actually making it because I just buy it from this guy.
Wait, how'd I run out? Oh, apparently I need more salt. I need more salt. Chet, I need more salt. Oh, hi, Tangy. Jump. I get distracted, Chet. I need mineral salts. Mineral salt. How do I do this? Calcinator. Oh, that's why this thing's sitting here. Let's throw some diamonds in there. That's a good use for them. Oh, wait, never mind. I can use amethyst. Okay. All right, how much mineral salt do I need? 19. Let's put it all in there. It'll be fine. Oh, it doesn't. I don't have them connected. Fair enough.
I'm going. Come here. Get healed.
You want to be over? Oh, I could have moved you over. Hi, Danny. Fat cat, Dad. Oh, I'm not going to be the hero of the village much longer. Sad day. All right, well, that's all you set up to go. We'll have more netherite next time we come back.
Okay, so large motor
Excellent.
needs aluminum rods, which have to be cut from
Oh, it's nighttime.
aluminum. Electronic circuit board we'll get to in a minute. Diodes, transistors.
Wait, how did I end up losing a block of packed ice?
Silicon. This does not require silicon. Nice. Grab some electrum.
How did that happen?
Mac, my headcanon is that he eats it.
Excuse me?
He's asking how the iron golem is healed by the iron that I give it.
Ah.
So I like to think that he's eating it.
Yeah, I like that.
Because it's kind of
We should
creepy if he
experiment
just
with
melts
squad
it and
streaming.
absorbs it.
Like the T1000.
Mm-hmm.
Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. I love this cartographer. He is so cute. You guys want to create new villagers for me, please? Please? Hey, the Iron Golem got out. Nice. So they're not stuck down here. That's exciting. They can eventually move their butts. This guy just likes it down here, I guess.
3 gold. Amethyst.
There's part of me that like wants to build stairs coming up over into this. What's up here? And like having a second tier, so long as there was OSHA compliant railings. It's like there's room back here. We can do something with this. Maybe not back this far. Is this properly lit? Unbelievable. Yeah, it just takes you back to there. I mean, this is very dangerous. It's an old abandoned mine. Probably shouldn't play around in here, but you know. Details. I suppose we could do long term is not make it an abandoned mine anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like bring it back to life. Why want to go over there. Is there something up there? Ow. Well, not really. It's just a platform. Well, I mean, eventually this guy should have enough food. I should make another composter. Like another more farmer friends. Hi, farmer friend.
Hello there, frog.
I kind of now want to go find a whole bunch of different villagers in different outfits and bring them here. One, because I would love to see what happens when they do actually create more villagers. I'm not sure what would happen. Like, what outfit would they wear? Is it just based on the biome we're in right now? Which is the flower forest? Oh, which would be those outfits, actually. That'd be pretty cool. There's the Wandering Trader. Do you have anything new? No, this is the guy with the hither-tither
Is that
wand.
the wrong type of... Oh. That's a silicon plate in the middle. It looks exactly like the steel plate.
Whoops.
I
Oh, you
see.
need a light. You need a lantern.
It makes
Please.
sense.
And one of these, please. Thank
But
you.
it doesn't look right.
Yeah, go ahead. Walk on the lantern. Why not? Walk on the lantern. Why the hell not?
Okay, silicon.
Wow, he's really roaming everywhere today. The way of the earth. Oh, it's a kid! Yes. It's unemployed. Quick, the Republicans would say, get him to work.
Coke and quartz.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So the village is villaging. Big fan. Oh yeah, what's the way of the earth? Lesser focus of earth. You're focusing on earth, huh?
Yeah, but I might just make all of them because I'm here.
Yeah. I never made one. It's not part of the quest. Which I thought was really weird this time. I think you have to make one to get your spell book, right? To get the top level book or something. No, not even for that. I feel
No,
like
just
some
to make
quest did it.
the better spell focuses.
Yeah, but that's not a quest. Like, I'm done with Ars Nouveau. I could be done with the Bumble Zone if I ever actually went there. I don't know, I've been having fun playing in the village. I do think it should have some more dirt, though.
The village?
Yeah. Like, the whole idea was I only had it at the very bottom because that's where all the water went. But now I kind of feel like the second level, at least, should also be dirt. Maybe the third level, too. I don't know.
I should probably get more coal going if we're going to be using coke for something.
No, let's go to the Aether. I can fly now. This shouldn't be that bad. Isn't it, like, if you got knocked off the Aether anyway, wouldn't it not, like, wouldn't it just send you back to your bed? Or would you actually
No,
lose stuff?
it drops you from the sky.
Drops you, oh, into this world.
Yeah, it drops you onto the overworld from where you fell out of the aether.
Got it. Okay, well, we can fly, so we're not worried about that anymore.
Man, I could really test my springy boots then.
Yeah, right?
One thing I have not tested is whether or not you can get to the aether by just flying up. I don't think you can.
That would be truly tremendous. Could we load a little faster, please? You're making me nervous. That would be a problem if you're kicked into the overworld and it takes you 85 years to load.
Uh-huh.
It's a flying pig. Hello, Fig. Can we be friends?
Hola, big Muir.
Do you have a saddle for your fig?
I can get one. This looks like a baby fig. Yeah, this is a baby fig. He's still got 19 minutes to grow. But yes, I have many saddles. Let's go to the top of this little structure here. Wait, is that like a little cloud creature? Is that thing going to try and blow me around?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much everything that isn't a passive mob will try to knock you off the edge, either by pushing you or by grabbing you.
Cool.
Or by making you drunk. The
That's an air
cockatrice will try to get you to stumble off on your own.
I'm going to assume that the golden slimes are not friends.
Nope. They're the ones who will grab you and then jump off.
Cool. Oh, they drop glowstone. That's fun. I love these flowers. Holy smokes. Oh, I just got blown away. I don't know what did that. That was fun. Was that you? Yep, it was. Cool. You missed. Cool. It's kind of neat. There's a green sheep.
It's a good color for a sheep.
What do I get here? Like, what's the purpose of the aether?
There's various levels of tools that you can get. There's flaming armor, there's obsidian armor, there's blowguns that aren't affected by gravity. So if you hate your arrows falling, you got the blowguns for that. There's a couple of boss fights that are interesting. Also, I don't think the sun goes down until you win the 3rd level of dungeon thingy.
Oh,
Trying to think what else you've got there.
do
There's
you
different.
deflect the little blasts? Like a gas?
I think so. I don't think
mean,
it
like,
does
I
much
can't, obviously.
because it doesn't deal damage. So all it would do is push them away anyway.
Hmm.
So EBF, quartz and coke become silicon. Okay. How?
All right, that's cool. Let's go
We
back. I have that bug again where I
barely
can't
gotten any
see
of
some
this.
things. So I can't see what my mana bar is. That seems like not a good thing to have happen in a dangerous place.
Overdrive module. How do we make one of those?
I got some cool flowers. Neat.
Yeah, we're gonna need a bit more than we got for that. I don't suppose we can just hit it.
Ooh, excuse me.
Nope. Still runs at the same
I
speed.
am a little tired. Oh, server, I'm gonna catch up. Thanks. Which number did I end up getting out of
Ooh,
those?
I know what we could do.
58. Nice. Seems like cheating. Thank you, modded.
That does not have any steam, so we need to overclock the steam. And then we can overclock the turbine.
Okay, well, as mentioned, I have not been sleeping well, and I am properly tired. So I think I'm going to say goodnight here. And because it's an awkward timing, I'm not going to bother to run the end credits. But if anyone wants to sell themselves, feel free to do so. Otherwise, I will be back on Tuesday with these fine gentlemen.
Hey, everybody. Watch Frog.
Mhm.
And Light. Those guys. Not me. No, watch me. Don't look over here. Look
Don't
over
you
there.
do it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. You could be anywhere on Twitch. You're here right now with us, and that's truly special. Thank you for being here. If you didn't know, I'm Frog, a part-time variety streamer here on the Twitch Sphere, streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, playing Minecraft. And we're back on Tuesday. I'm going to be working on the village. I think actually Tuesday we're going to start the library. I've been teasing it for a while now, and I'm getting some ideas. So I think it's time to start putting the library into action. Plus, then that means I get to steal more villagers to make more librarians. So we're going to send you over to Lightbringer because he's still going to be streaming for a bit, I'd imagine.
Yeah,
And say hello and be good friends, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday. Thanks, everybody.
Adios, Frog.
see ya. Let's see. Is this where we actually are?
Oh, I forgot to knock. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
What does that even do? I'm going to click it just to see what it does.
Yeah, but then I would have to actually have that open to be able to actually respond to it. So
Sorry, it's not letting me do it anyway. So
nice.
there you go. Yeah. Look at all these villagers. Villaging. Wait, what does that mean? There's a green glow. They must have exchanged something.
Mm.
I have 6 villagers now. Solid. 7, actually, because there's a kid running around here somewhere. All right, anyway, I am tired. I'm going to get out of here.
Mm.
See you guys.
See ya.
Adios. Man, I might just have to bite the bullet and improve my arcane whatchamadoodle that enhances my demon storage, because we're running out of space for miscellaneous junk I don't even look at or touch.
Because there's no way we could ever throw it away.
God damn it, no. I
That's
need my
crazy
7 melon
talk.
seed. I need melons at some point. Doing the bookworm storage for some of my equipment, at least. Some of these woods I'm just gonna
Too
burn.
short. Too. And no, Mac, this one's electric. No campfire for this one.
Oogie, oogie, oogie.
Now, whether or not we put a lightning rod on it and then eventually figure out how to call down lightning onto it, that's a whole other idea. Oh. We have lost that. Oh, right, and we need to turn that off. Because Mac is coming through twice because of the host. Yeah, no more echoes.
Echo, echo.
So yeah, this one where the engineer lives is a regular steam blast furnace on one side, and then an electric blast furnace on the other. Okay, so that's all going pretty well. But yeah, lightning rods are vanilla. However, automatically calling down lightning, that's modded. Okay, so we'll let that keep processing the bauxite. We'll put these in here.
I like that with these 2 boot slots. I'm wearing one of one boot and one of the other boot, so I just look completely mismatched, and it's great.
Yeah, whereas I am wearing both my Strider shoes and my Cozy Bunny slippers.
Nice.
And so the Strider boots are bigger on the sides, but the bunny slippers are bigger on the front and the back. And so
I see the little tails poking
it
out there.
has the little tails and it's got the faces, but the rest are the boots.
Oh, I love everything about that. Alright, so at some point in the future, whoa, that was weird. I'm going to use these marks of mastery to turn my magic equipment into one of the sets. Maybe fire, we'll see. But I'm not going to do that because I want to find better gold equipment, with innate junk going on there to upgrade into a new set of mage stuff. And the Wildling Chimera was stupid easy to beat. I don't know why. Probably because I'm overpowered, or maybe because I took him to an island and shoved him off the edge and just killed him in the water like an asshole. But either way, I don't feel like doing it again right now. So why waste? Oh god, creeper. Creepers still make me jump a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when they appear out of
Because
nowhere.
they break stuff.
Yeah.
Even if they aren't threats to us, they are threats to our convenience.
They're threats to my aesthetic sense. Yes, I could fill it back in, but I don't want to.
I suppose we've got enough that we could swap it out just to make what's necessary for the quest.
You a-hole.
But, what do we need for our steam turbine?
It's okay, Armadillo. It's okay.
Oof. Oh no, we're getting silicon batteries. Redstone's no longer going to cut it.
Did you say silicon batteries?
That's what it says. Silicon battery. With a lead and antimony alloy battery casing.
Antimony? A use for antimony?
I know,
That would
right?
never happen.
So what do you think, chat? Should we stop the aluminum production to finish a quest? Should we just let it run and do something else with our lives? I'm not sure what else we'll be doing with our lives, because that's kind of a hard stop on this particular mod.
Alright, so that's a male and the other one's a male, so might have to continue breeding until I get one female of some flavor or another. I wish I knew how you snuck out.
Where are you going, baby zombie? We got 12 of these ingots. We swapped it out and made a little bit of silicon. We might be able to make a little bit of progress. phantoms are back.
Okay. Right, magenta chalk. I think I can do that. Things you forget about for a while. 2 amethyst dust, easy. And this monstrosity. So I get 4 amethyst dust. Crushed end stone. Three dragon's breath. 4 crystals.
All right, we need the centrifuge to make the carbon dust. So silicon plate is 1 ingot, 1 ingot's 1 dust, 1 dust. Well, we only get 1 dust from the coke and the quartz.
You know, maybe I should glance into that whole genetics thing. How was that genetics thing? Light, was it fun to deal with, or is it just kind of there?
It's okay. It's not great in JEI because it's JEI is supposed to tell you which things you can get which genes from, and it just lies. Like, it basically says you can't get any from anything.
That's nice of it.
Yeah. So I don't know what its deal is, but I have definitely gotten some genes from some things. But if you want to know what thing to get what gene from, you just have to hope that it makes sense. And then hope for the best.
Okay.
The only ones I've got are the bioluminescence and the water breathing, but both have been very nice.
Bioluminescence.
Uh-huh.
Sounds pretty sweet.
And so as I walk around, I create light sources where I walk. So it's not...
Oh, kind of like the one, that one mining thing from something or another. Like you use it and it spawns a bunch of lights in the cavern around you, kind of thing.
Yeah, except these light sources aren't objects that exist. And so you don't see them and you can't punch them. But they do last a little while.
Okay, so it just makes invisible temporary lights around you that then fade back over time.
Mm-hmm. And so as I walk around this village, it gets lit up in the places that I go.
It's like fun to watch from like way overhead. Oh man, we had some rain the other day. Let me tell you, when you don't have rain for a while, you're like, oh man, rain's awesome. And yeah, and it's funny, like around here, like usually if you forecast has rain, it is like you can look outside and see a single thundercloud like meander its way across, and maybe it has a couple buddies with it. So like there's like a line where you get rain. So if there's like 30% chance of rain, it's just, you know, there's a 30% chance that that one path of rain is going to hit you or whatever. But like the other day we had actual like oh, I live in the Northeast, the sky is gray, there's rain literally everywhere, and it rains all morning, and it was wonderful. Like we haven't had rain
Nice.
like pretty much all year, and so hopefully the monsoon season comes here. It would be nice. All right, Merid.
I think we might need more steam production, chat.
All right, how do I make yellow dye?
Because this works better the longer it runs at full speed. And like, you see how much faster this is charging up? Like, that definitely means it was getting kneecapped by the production we had. So we can either make more boilers or we can make the big boiler. The trouble is with the big boiler, if it's not in use, it will leak some of the heat. I also don't know where I'm going to put it. But we can always upgrade our steam box. Because we've got a, underneath here, we've got a drawer full of steam. No, Mac, that's a Pneumaticraft idea. Insulating it. Modern industrialization, it's more about you need to think through how much you're going to be using things, and it is kind of designed such that it should always be running. But I don't anticipate using it to that degree. Okay, so that should be enough to get started, at least. And my big problem over here is that I'm not going to be able to have this whole thing loaded when I'm not here. And we will go back to working on the roof. Okay, so let's get that going. We'll come over here. We'll cook up the silicon. We don't need the silicon batteries yet, right? I don't think we do. And then we smash them.
Consider yourself smushed.
And we don't have the chemical reactor, so we can't start doping our silicon yet either. Need a couple of aluminum rods, so we'll throw one of these in there.
Fixies. It's always the last one. Without
How many
fail.
diodes do we need? We need
Look
two.
around, look around. Oh no, it's the last one.
Okay, so there's our diodes. Transistors, same sort of stuff. We'll get 2 per recipe. Then we need 4 analog circuits. And then electronic circuit board. Electrical cable, just like any other cable. But we need 4, and it comes in packs of 3. The magenta chalk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then we need these. 10 of these. Although, we only need 1 battery. So you only need 5. And tin cables. And aluminum plates. 1, 2, 3.
Elder's chalice. Good lord. There's that bell with that goat thing.
That bell and that goat. Okay, 1 electronic circuit board. Just then required for this electronic circuit. Which is then used for this large motor. Quest completed. Electronic circuitry.
Nice. All right, pentacles. Respawn anchor. Don't even know what that is.
Okay, so that's probably enough of that for now. Go back to the aluminum. diodes.
Okay.
More transistors. I do gotta say, this particular mod is a whole lot easier with a villager.
What is?
Modern industrialization. Once you need rubber, if you need to make that yourself, oh, I can't imagine how much longer this would have taken.
Did you find a guy to sell it to you, basically?
Yeah.
The rubber sheet modern industrialization.
Yeah.
Is that the one? Okay.
Because I've used stacks upon stacks of it so far.
That's good to know.
And normally, even just getting the paper necessary for it would be annoying enough.
Sure.
But then needing to make the synthetic oil from raw synthetic oil, from coke dust and water, and then the coke
Okay.
dust is from coal. Oh, I would much rather just be like, here, take my emeralds. Please take my emeralds. Okay, so that's another one of these. Electronic circuit. And then I need more aluminum rods. But I have bought enough small motors to be ready for making the large ones. Okay, that is a large motor number 2.
What you making with your large motors?
I'm looking at making a medium voltage steam turbine. So I've got 2 motors, an electrum cable, 2 fluid pipes. Need another one of those stupid chips. And then aluminum rotors and actual madness after that. Okay, so we need 4 more of these. We need 1 of these. 3 more aluminum plates. 4 more electrum cables.
Oh no! Why'd I click on this thing you're looking at? There's so much stuff.
Huh?
So much stuff. I'm clicking through your modern industrialization. Like I
Yeah.
started from the synthetic rubber. I'm like, oh yeah, to make that you need this. To make that you need. I'm like, oh no, no. There's
No,
so much. It's so deep.
no. It just keeps going.
Make your own capacitor. The capacitor needs rubber
Mm-hmm.
for each capacitor. One arm.
Why does this battery need cables?
Oh, the industrialist can give you, if you're here at the village, can give you a robot arm.
Some of them, but you have to be lucky for them to carry the things that you want. Because this guy's master level, he's not getting any more trades, and he doesn't sell me robot arms. Which,
Oh, I'm saying it's the hero of the village, where you beat up the raid and they give you stuff.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, there's 6 of them, and they all look pretty good to have. So.
But yeah, I have a feeling that they would sell them as well, but not every villager has the entire stock available to them. And so
Sure.
I might need to make another industrialist if I get to a point where I need robot arms.
Yeah, they make them fight each other. See who gets to be Iron Man. Yeah, I know we had mentioned Highlander before in some vague context, like 8 weeks ago.
Mhm.
But I learned today that apparently they're doing a remake, because of course they are.
Of course.
But I guess the guy who's doing it is the guy, the director behind the John Wick series. So
Oh.
hopefully he'll be able to pull it off and
Weird.
make it good. Yeah. I mean, it's action, so
Yeah.
I don't see too much else about it, but I'm just, excited because Highlander. Even if it's not a Sean Connery. It's not there.
Yeah, Sean Connery was not the one that I really got into.
Yeah, again, I was more into the one from the series.
Yeah, the Adrian Paul. Which, admittedly, not a super action-driven show. Like,
No
you'd have
love
the
for
occasional sword
Christopher
fight.
Lambert?
One, two. Okay, come here, industrialist. Okay, let's cook up our silicon because there's no other use for it yet. Smashy, smashy.
Smash it. All right, we're short on time, so I'm just going to take the opportunity to murder these wardens taking up space in some of my soul gems real quick. Shouldn't be a problem, right?
Easy peasy.
The frog method of putting it into a limited space, and then if it starts beating me up too much, put it back in the gem until it learns it's just supposed to die.
Well, I got these backwards.
Oops, that's lava.
Oops, all love.
Stupid lava. Alright, I'll go over this way.
Okay, 2 diodes. 2 transistors. Electronic circuit. Huzzah. Okay. I know how to make the bolts. I know how to make the rings. How do I make the blades? More or less how I would expect. So we need 2 sets of those. So that's 4 smash and rod. So
Eat some ham.
for each one, we need 1, 2, 3. 3 rods and 2 plates. So for 2, we need 6 rods and 4 plates, which means we need 7 aluminum total.
Well, once again, I accidentally spawned him with his head inside of the thing, and so he immediately started dying. I would feel bad if it weren't, if I weren't trying to kill him. So
If he weren't dying anyway.
yeah. What do you call the blood container again?
Which blood container?
For
The
evil craft,
chalice?
the jar you put in your inventory.
I mean, the chalice is the jar that I put in my inventory.
Yeah, I haven't made that chalice yet. It is the dark tank.
Oh yeah, dark tank. No, that's not where that goes. It goes in here. Oh, we're gonna need more, aren't we? Yeah, it's okay. Because that makes the rings. And this makes the edges. So we need 1 more. For the blades.
2 blade.
2 blade indeed.
A little light murder never hurt anybody, except for that guy who I just murdered. Oh man, I should put on my... No, I don't. Fortune is mind blocks, not beaten up guys.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I'm good.
Okay. Aluminum rotors completed.
Oh. That's why I have mana regeneration, because I'm very deep down and I have that focus of earth down here. That's probably why I'm doing
Handy.
boffo damage too. This is neat.
Ugh. Another electronic circuit. Okay, so we need 4 of these. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. And then glass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Silicon, steel, and wires. Need 1 of these. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And then I'm going to need 3 more aluminum, but we'll do battery in the meantime. And I'm out of tin cable. How did I hide my hands? I pushed a button, and now my hands are gone. Chat. How did I put myself in photo mode?
Push a button and my hands are gone.
Yeah, I hid my
No
HUD.
hands on the screen.
How is my HUD hid? Where's my HUD
How'd you
hider?
hit that?
How hid my HUD?
Hit Hunter?
Ah, it's F1. Okay. Yeah, I know. F1's supposed to be for help, not hide. But we are far enough away from the age of things having standardized meanings that it's not too surprising. I did not go and get more aluminum. Let's go. So that's all done. Okay, we made yet another electronic circuit. Now we need more electrical cable. We need advanced machine casing and silicon batteries, but we are out of silicon dust.
Brand Doom Fury Rage. The Pyromancer. Awesome. I'm gonna go murder you. Even awesome name.
Can we macerate this plate back into dust? We can. Do we want to? Don't know. Are we going to? Yes.
Should we? God can only say.
Well, I need to make these batteries.
Stalwart cowskin boots of the current.
Okay, and we're not going to be able to make this advanced machine frame because it requires a basic machine frame, and that requires an analog circuit, which requires inductors and all those things. Just too many things. We're 43 seconds over. Mass hysteria.
Cats and dogs living together.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
No, Mac F11 is full screen, which is also not what F11 is supposed to be.
As is tradition.
And the reason I know that is because I use Shift F11 to turn off my stream and turn on my stream, except it works for every game except Minecraft, because Minecraft is then, oh, you don't want to be full screen anymore? All right. I'm not going to change it, because it's the one that's dumb.
Yep.
Why should I change it? He's the one that sucks. Love it.
So yeah, that was some nice progress. We made a blast furnace. We've made some aluminum. All this takes too long to do, and so we're probably supposed to set up massive factories for doing this while we're doing other stuff, like making all this aluminum while we're making the factory for the next thing. But I don't really want to do it that way, so we're going to wait, and then we'll probably let it run next time while working on the roof. So we'll be back on Tuesday for that. I will almost definitely be out on Thursday, probably the following Tuesday. I might be back the Thursday after that. Doing a lot of traveling this summer, and then hopefully even more traveling come the fall. But we'll see how that goes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll see you on Tuesday. Bye-bye.
See y'all then.
See ya.